welcome back to Timberborn, and I've played on a little bit. You might notice things are a bit different. So I put in a temporary crop of birch trees here, and then I thought, actually, assuming we don't have a bad tide, and until we deal with the bad tide, maybe it would be beneficial if we put in a water dump here, so that we can keep this hydrated if we get a long drought and this dries out. It will also help hydrate this area, so that's going in. I put in an additional windmill here. We're going to move where I plan to put the observatory forward to this block of 3, and that means we can put in, or I'm also planning to put in an additional gravity battery, and we are basically waiting for gears to be able to do that. And what I thought is, I'd originally said we would put a T-piece in here, bring power across here. Obviously, can't do that now. But then had a bit of a thought, and what I realised is I can put a corner there, and it might be worth us letting them build that. And we're going to bring power through here, and we're going to put a new industrial spot here. I'm tempted to move this, and basically I think we could move that down, either down here. It's not ideal having log storage so far right, or over here, because we're not doing anything with this space. Yeah. I do have another plan for down here, though. So I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see how we get on. But I want to prioritize building that. The other thought that I've had is that I might wait for the drought to end for this one. Basically, if we put another dam across somewhere, I'm guessing here, what we'll be able to do is block the backflow of bad water and maybe keep more of this area hydrated. So I'm going to have a look at that, but I think we'll wait for the bad tide to end. But basically I want to up gear production, so that's in. So we should now be able to come through here and then build another gear workshop, and actually we can leave that there, so that works for me. Do that. I'm going to high prioritize that as well, and we've got planks being produced there. I mean, we could actually then consolidate this, so I feel like that might be sensible. So wood, plank, or lumber mill, put that there as well. And then if we really wanted, we could always put, it's only 50 horsepower, isn't it? Kind of feel like we could just get rid of this then and make use of that space, probably to actually work on getting up the back here. We might want to make sure that that's prioritized as well. And yes, the reason I'm putting this in is I'm worried that this is going to dry out with the various droughts that we get as they get longer, and that's going to stop this stuff growing. So, but we're getting quite low on timber, so I thought it would make sense. We've got rid of all the birch trees in here, and got all that tidied up. You can be paused. If I pause those two. So those are both built now. The power connections aren't. So I'm going to get underneath there and prioritize those. We're kind of short of logs, I guess, because they're going into those levees. So let's get those prioritized. The question is, do I delete these now? We could recover a bunch of resources with all of that, which would be good. You can see now that this water is getting very shallow. We've got 3 days to go. We've got plenty of stored water, which is good. So you're not worried about that. I think probably we can have power supply looking. It's a little bit short, but I'm hoping that basically overnight it'll recover 50 horsepower from a power wheel. Isn't going to significantly benefit. So let's do that. Let's recover those resources. And yeah, so I had the suggestion, and it's kind of why I cleared this area, about blocking, essentially being able to block this off so we can divert the bad water. And kind of my intent, but we do need explosives for it, is to put some sluice gates here and to cut with some explosives into here a bit and put some sluice gates in there. But to get bad water, really we want to be getting up to this level. So to do that, we need some stairs up to this level. So how many times can we say so? What we'll do is delete that. We can delete that as well. And that. And what we could do, and this was a suggestion by someone before, is we could do a line of small warehouses along there. We could put that in there. And then we could come up there to there and to there. And actually, without any planning, that works perfectly. That just gives us a little bit of small storage there. I like that. So that's dropping pretty drastically, but otherwise, yeah. Hopefully when the wind blows, they recharge. Otherwise, we might have to do a little bit of work. We could, I guess, think about putting some water wheels in here, but they're going to be a little bit deep, maybe. So, yeah, it looks like we're just about to lose the water here, which is going to cause some issues for these trees. Let's go up to triple speed. Of course, we need one more of those, which is another 35 gears, which is why I wanted to put that second gear workshop in. We should be able to pause it a fair bit of the time, hopefully. But yeah, I'm really keen to see where we're going to be able to extend this to. And yeah, we want to be looking at unlocking the bad water pump. We want to be unlocking the large deep water pump, which means we need to be looking at the wood workshop. And really for that, we need a lot more power, because you can see how quickly this is dropping. So to do that, we need the large windmills, which means we need the paper workshop, paper mill, which means we still need more power. So yeah. And maybe what I should be doing is, once we're up here, looking at moving some of the industry up here. It's not the nicest shaped building, but, or creating a second industrial area. So, I mean, the cool thing is, because the beavers can't work 24/7 because we don't have bots, then things will recharge at night, and actually they're recharging pretty quickly, which is good. And we've just got the 1 and a bit days left, 5 finally getting the farmhouse built, which is cool. So that's built, so they've got water in there, so those trees can start growing. We can also plant some pine trees in the back there. Do I want to put those? I need to. Those are marked for cutting, so that's good. I might just let those cycle through a few times while we don't need that land for anything in particular. So I'll give us a bit of a quick win on the wood supply. We need that to be built, then we can put that last power connection in, and then we can put the observatory in, and that good. What do we want to put in these? Some more grilled potatoes might be good. Basically our main food things, I suppose. So, the challenge on here is going to be how we expand everything, and that's going to just take time. It's just going to take time. So what I want to watch here is where this flows. So yeah, if we build across there, and actually, do I use sluice gates? Do I use a sluice gate in the bottom to open up when there's contamination? Yeah, let's be smart. So let's do that. Oh, we hadn't built sluice gates before. Okay, lucky we had the science. Let's do that. And then what we're going to do is close above 1% contamination. Right, and we can kick that back up to speed. We need to pause a second. Let's sort out all of our water pumping. And we need to redistribute all of our workers. I know you need to be paused. You can be paused. You can be paused. You are not paused, but that's okay. How much scrap metal have we got? Not a lot. We need you to be working. We are 6 beavers short. So basically we have no haulers. That's maybe okay. Oh, we have 1 incapacitated. Have I built any medical beds? I have, so we're okay there. You could be paused for a bit. So, or you could be paused. We don't need you working at the moment. You're kind of boost capacity. So yeah, set this to be at 1.6. I'm hoping that that will work okay. Or keeping this nice and full, and then having water flow through. So yeah, kind of what I'm hoping. Hopefully now we've got water flowing through, that'll do better. Right, they're all built, so power you as a high priority. And let's delete. We can delete that much of the path for now. You don't need to exist anymore. Yep. Yeah. That's in. So probably what we should do is come up here, trees. As I said, we're not going to waste trees. And then I want to get so that I can pump bad water so that we can start making explosives. And I think we want to be thinking about a separate new industrial area for that and the wood workshop. Because this is only just about hanging on. Yeah. Got to admit, I'm not super happy about the rate the water's going up, but you know, is what it is. We might want to put in even more accommodation. We're kind of heavily reliant on the fact that we can constantly grow food as well. Do I want to think about getting some wheat going in the grist mill? Because we get more food for the land then. Anyway, observatory finally. Yes, and then we're going to pause it because we need to make sure we can hook up the power. Because that would be kind of dumb, wouldn't it, if I built it and couldn't connect the power first. So let's prioritize that. And then, yeah, that's all hooked up. Awesome. How's our water doing? So 5 days to fill. We should be okay with that. Should be okay. And if we don't get a bad tide, big if, then we could pump some of this out, but not super keen on doing that. So we'll see how we get on. It would be really nice if we could get this built as well. But we are reliant on... Yeah, I need to remember which way around. We want these, we want them... We actually want it that way, because we want them closed unless there's bad water there, so something like that. Because what I want to do is hold this back so this rises up. You're chopping all of those down, so while you're doing that, I'm actually going to pause this guy. But yeah, I'm just thinking if I want to expand the population, I need to improve our food efficiency. And although sunflowers are nice to grow, they're not super efficient. We could grow some more potatoes there. So let's do that. Make use of that piece of land there. I don't want to plant them where we've got the gravity batteries, but at least we'll get a few more coming through there, which will be good. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is unplant about half of those sunflowers. Right, so you're done. You can be deleted. Go back to working there. That's nearly built, which is awesome. And do we just... I think we do. I think we do. I think we just run a path like that, and we go deep bad water pump 250. We've got enough for that, so we need one of those. Yes. Ooh, I need to actually get them to build that guy now. So let's deprioritize that. Oh, it's just a drought. Excellent. So we should make sure that we get that finished. Because they can work on that during the drought. So, which is planks and gears, which is fine. We've got the pine resin, so that's okay. That's in, so I'm going to temporarily pause that. And then if we wanted to get explosives, we would need about another 1,000 science. So, but if we wanted to do bread, we would need about another 300-ish, and we'd need somewhere to make it. So yeah, putting in another food production spot up here wouldn't be a bad idea, or industry spot. Actually, I think what we might do is change it so the path runs like that. Maybe, or is it neater if it runs along the back? I don't know. What I do know is that's nearly in, and that's holding a nice amount of clean water. And what we could do is, because we don't need this, we could just pump this out. So this could just be bonus water we're nearly full, which is cool. I think we should do that. So what I think we should be looking to do is that. And because I'm not too worried about growing stuff down here yet, so I think we look at just extending our water supply. I think that's a sensible thing to do. I think if we're going to start making bread, we could maybe start to think about expanding the population. So we would want to do that. I also think that I should be looking to get more in the way of rooftop terraces and things like that going, and well-being. Oh, there's so many things that we need to try and do. Let's hit the button so we're going a bit faster. But this is going to give us so much more science, which is going to be key, because we can then maybe at least start unlocking some of the easier well-being stuff even. Things like showers. I mean, they're dirt cheap, aren't they? Showers, dirt cheap. I know. The Lido, again. Some of this easy stuff. Herbalist might be sensible. I mean, we don't even have roofs, do we? How much are roofs? Decoration. 60 science. We should do that. Yes. Let's throw... I know, it's really cheesy. So, water is basically full, so let's ease up on that. That gives us some spare capacity to, let's pause you, unpause you. We could do with some more tree cutting actually, so let's get another one of those going. How many builders do we have at the moment? We have 4, that's okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Oh, we could start planting our wheat. So start getting you growing. Oh, our dam is in. That's being built, so that's good. Pause. Can I sneak a tiny bit more water in there? Maybe. So I just had to do a quick pause for a dog drink. So let's pause the water pumping. We've got plenty of water stored there. That's nice and full. That's pretty full. I've just done a math. We've got enough water for our 17-day drought plus a little bit. So I'm going to let them get the observatory built, which it nearly is. Given that the observatory is nearly built, I'm going to delete all of those. We'll recover that land. Pause that because I would like to get this built. So in fact, let's just use the priority system. We have a tool for this. There we go. So let's unpause that then. I mean, that's nearly built, but doesn't, it's kind of irrelevant getting that built. Now, we will obviously at the moment only get that during drought, during bad tides and temperate. Because we are the FOLKTAILS, we have the dome, but the dome doesn't force it to stay open during a drought. But we have the rig, but we only have one bad water source, so I need to decide whether I want to basically shut that off or not. So yeah, it's just something we're going to need to consider. We are observing. The science should now start to go up pretty quick. This thing is generating a decent amount of power, so hopefully that'll be good. Let's get our grilling. Let's get some more wheat planted. I think we've got a bit of time for that to grow, but we need to be thinking about power and stuff like that. So what I'm thinking is that let's just slow down a little bit so that I've got time to think. I put a triple there, so it's going to be 3, 2, 1. Bear with me. This might seem a bit convoluted. And like a lot of extra building. But if we build that, one, it gets us access to a bunch of oak trees. They're dead, but and what I was thinking is we could build our windmills up here. We can drop a gravity battery off of there. Well, we were going to put housing in there, but we can always blast some of the back of this out and move it. So we could do something like that. I kind of feel that it would be sensible because we could probably quite quickly unlock that we should. That feels a bit short-sighted. No, put that there. I'd have to do that. Wood, paper mill. Yes, please. There. There, like that. Let's go storage. But there, yes, it is. Then we won't have to worry about paper storage for a really long time. Because then we can build large warehouses. So let's go prioritize you. Amazingly, we're actually 3 beavers short. So we're doing all of this so we can make bread. Right, you don't need to be there. We're pumping water still, which is cool. So that means our water supply is now going to last a really long time. Just need to keep an eye on those. That's working fine. But yeah, if we're going to... I'm going to put in one more house for now. And our well-being's not great. But bread will really help with that. And we could do some more cheese with things like shrubs and lantern. Yes, please. Do some of that. Paper mill is getting there. I really want to build more water storage as well. Like really quite a lot. What I'm going to do is do that, but make them low priority. I'm just thinking as the droughts get longer, we are going to need it. But right, that's in. We need the paper mill. We've got no. We need the planks and gears because guess we've just built this monstrous staircase. Yeah. Okay, so you could be paused again because we've processed all of the potatoes. Metal blocks wise, we're kind of okay, so I'm going to pause that. Yeah. I'll make the paper mill highest priority, and hopefully... Do I cut down all those pine trees and just recycle them again? Why are you not... Oh, you can't reach those now because I built that. Okay. Fair enough. Let's unmark those in that case. And we could put another... We could grab those couple of oak trees. It's very tempting to cut all those pine trees down. We're just waiting on planks. I'm going to pause one of the gear workshops. we're still waiting on planks for you. We've almost got the science for the large windmill is 1.4k, so hopefully by the time they've built both of those, we can have the large windmill unlocked. That might also help down here. Right, so they've pumped all of that out, but that's fine because we're 8 days through the drought, 7 or 8 days through the drought, we've still got 1500 water, which is pretty awesome. If we need to, we could always let a little bit of water into here. So that's good. We can plant a bit more wheat. How are we doing on that? We're getting there. Getting there. So it might be sensible to make one of these be, or maybe both of these be wheat storage for now. We've almost got the 1.4k for the windmills. Yep. Hopefully fairly early in the morning we will have that. And yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that the bread will really help with the kind of borderline low food situation. We're just about growing enough carrots. And we probably need to expand the farming area, but the problem is the bad water. And what we might do, if I don't go bad water rig, and that's quite a long way off, and I'm worried about trees. And I did just say that we've just got ourselves access to a whole load of dead oak trees. So let's do something about that, shall we? And cut them all down. And that means that we could probably pause you. The other option is we could box up around this and send the bad water off this way for now. Right, so we've got 1.6 science, that's built. So let's do a large windmill. Yes, please. We can go there. Yes. There. And then we'll come forwards. We might end up having to remove some of these. But we'll go with 4 for now. I'm just thinking because I did say I was going to bring the bad water through here for power, but you know, nothing is permanent with what we build. So let's do that. Yep, those built. Guessing we're not far from we're not far from having wheat coming up actually, so probably the sensible thing would be to go you power. Let's connect forwards like that. Going to let some of this water out. There we go. Just to keep that hydrated. Let's put a bit of water in there. Yeah. So this should help with our log situation. Let's make sure that's prioritized by haulers so it gets emptied. Let's make sure that that's prioritized so that they've got a good supply of logs. Or do we need for this? Planks and gears and paper. Okay. So we might want to get our other gear workshop going. I'm not sure. Then down here, we want to have a grist mill. Yes, please. The bakery doesn't need power, does it? So let's grill. Oh, the food situation's looking pretty ropey. Let's grill some potatoes, shall we? And try and improve that. Let's run a path around the edge there, and then we'll run you there. We'll do storage. Might as well put some storage along that edge. And then what we could do is put the bakery in. Oh, might as well stuff it right at the back, mightn't I? Yeah, let's put it there. Yes. Let's run that path across there, and then we can put storage there. Do I need food bakery? We do need logs, so maybe we do one of you to be wheat flour, and I make you be a log store. There we go. You're not far off being built. We need to make sure that you get built, you get built, you get built. I was wondering if I could put one on top of there, but that might mess up. If I put one there, then I probably can't put one there. No, I'd be able to put one there. But I'd have to move that entire stack. Now, that's not a massive problem. Apart from the whole, we're really short of food. But it would be neater, wouldn't it? So let's do that. So, power. So you go there. Then you go all the way up to there. And then you go on the top. So let's pause that one and that one. So that's built. We need that to be built. We then need to prioritize that. And we need those to be built. Whilst we stockpile flour. So 3 days left of the drought. Let's pause you. Let's get some more water through there. We're back up to 1,000 science already. This guy is doing a cracking job of providing the logs that we need. Oh, that's cool. You can see inside. I don't think I've built one of these since we got the sort of stage building stuff. So I should make sure that we prioritize picking all of that stuff up. And I know from a power generation point of view, this is massively overkill for a bakery, but we're going to be putting much more industry in. So, yeah. But I'm just really worried about our food situation. I'm actually thinking that we might get these guys going as well. So we've got more farmers working, and we've probably got time actually. To to do a temporary crop of carrots through there. So what we'll do is we'll, a bit like I've done in some of my other series, which you may or may not have seen, we'll get them to plant them, and then we'll tell them not to replant. And that means if we get bad tide, we won't have crops that are planted and then die. You need a little bit more water. Right, so it's just this that needs to be built, which is logs and planks, which I think we've got enough of. And then this, so let's give that a nudge in priority. So we've got tons of grilled potatoes again, so let's pause that. Sunflower, 5 days for 2, 4 days for 3. Definitely more beneficial to grow the carrots, but the variety is good, so yeah. Obviously at some point we're going to want to get into aquatic farming, but I think that's going to be tricky. Six farmers are ploughing through. Yeah. Farmers ploughing. Yeah, I know. Wasn't even intentional. 4 more planks. We could bring those over, please, builders. And then drought over. So let's just slow down and reset ourselves. So we want to be at 1.6 on there. You can be paused. And then we need to unpause all of that. We can probably pause both of those for now. That we should be okay. Yeah, that works for me. How many lumberjacks have we got? Oh, yeah, that's okay. I'm not super worried yet about getting the bad water going. I really want to sort out this food situation, so let's make both of those high priority now. I don't like the fact that we're basically subsisting on the grilled potatoes. That doesn't put us in a particularly robust situation if we get any kind of long drought period or whatever. So, yeah. So you are wheat flour, please. Let's get those built. So you're going to be wheat set to obtain. You can be wheat set to obtain, because I think the rest, it's a 1-to-1 recipe. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Wheat flour set to supply. Your wheat flour set to obtain. Your logs set to obtain. And then we just need to finish building the bakery. You're going to be bread. And I think at that point we can build our extra missing house. We've got our first extra water barrel built as well. Excellent. We've got some flour. Now we just need some bread to be baked. And I actually think that, and you might not be surprised, I think this small patch will produce a huge amount of bread. And that might resolve our issue with how many carrots we have. So there we go. So you're sat doing nothing while we wait for wheat to grow by the looks of it. You're baking the wheat flour into bread. So I'm going to pause that one for a bit because we are still kind of juggling resources a lot. You don't need to exist. So you, no, didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's another drought. Okay, so we're going to do that. And what we should probably do is then start placing these guys. So, a drought is good. So I'm going to get you going, which is going to pull away from our haulers, but that's okay. When I say a drought is good, it does depend on how long said drought is. Have I got enough gears to finish that? I haven't. Okay. Thinking that we might prioritize you. Pause that. Pause that. I think we'll play up to the drought, and that'll be it. 14, 15 well-being. Awesome. Power of bread. Power of bread, because it's one of those good foods. So, yeah, but getting some of these big windmills built is going to help us through the drought. This guy's doing a ton of work clearing those out. You can be paused. There's literally a tree pops up, but that's okay. A couple more sunflowers to get rid of, but that'll be fine. Bit of a boost on the old carrot front, and actually, because it's a drought coming in, I'm going to let them replant all of those. And we'll do a bit more intensive farming of that. That would be good. Yeah, that should help our food situation out a fair bit if we can make use of all of that. We can get some more grown-up beavers. That will be good as well. So we've now got nearly 2,000 water stored. So happy with that. That one's nearly built, but we're not going to get that filled, which is fine. Would probably have helped if we had unpaused that, but you know. Let's throw in a 24-hour workday, see if we can make a dent in that, actually. Come on. So, you're going through the night to see if you can fill that extra barrel. We will have this guy working through the drought. So, and let's start to push that up. There we go. So, pause. 11-day drought. That's easy. Back to the 18-hour workday. Pause, 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 pause. Unpause. Just see how that all settles out. Awesome. So we do need to get that going again. So we're still a little short on beavers. Particularly as we could do with having you going as well. But we've got 7 kits, so once they've grown up, hopefully that'll sort that out. Food situation is now hopefully going to get better, especially with this boost of carrotness. Let's plant the last of the wheat in there. Awesome. So successful, I think. We've added our observatory finally. We've got access to new food with this and the start of a new industrial area. So I'm going to unpause these before I forget, and we'll put in the power connections. And that's going to give us access to quite a lot of power. And so the things that I want to start working on next. If we're going to do explosives, we've got the stuff to make that. We've got the science to unlock it, so that's cool. So we can start to think about a bad water divert. Actually, let's just do that now so I don't forget. Because that's just going to fit there nicely. Actually, if I swap that around, then we can put some sort of storage there. We do need probably a decent amount of storage for bad water. I'm going to put an extra bad water pump there as well. And we'll do storage. Let's do 2 tanks for bad water. So that'll get us explosives, which will let us build our first bad water divert. And then wanted to do the wood workshop for something, but I don't remember what. So yeah, we'll work on that next time. I think we'll see if we can get the bad water diverting. We've got 11 days of drought. We then need to make enough explosives so we can build this during the drought. We can build these during the drought. We can build this side of things during the drought. We're going to have to build this up a bit. So we're going to need to put that in there. There. We're going to need a... I am stopping, honest. You there. I'm going to need that to get those cleared out. And yeah. But that'll make a big difference if we can stop the bad tide coming through here, because we'll be able to keep farming more of this. We could then start farming this side. We could get rid of this stuff. Because I am a little bit nervous about how much food we can grow. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Comments, questions, suggestions below, and I'll see you next time.